So welcome to the objective section. Let's move straight to question 1. Question 1 says, the following consists of SI units only. We know the standard SI unit, kilogram, mass is kilogram, time is seconds, and the length is meter. So we have kilogram, meter, second, which is option B. So number 1 is B. Then number 2, so which of the statement is correct about frictional force, except that. Now number 2 depends on the area of the surface in contact. No, it does not. Depends on the normal reaction, of course. Between surfaces, it exists between surface in contact, of course. It exists when, of course, opposed, of course. So the answer is A. So question 3, an example of a body that is not accelerating is what? A body that is not accelerating. Now a bicycle sliding down, that is decelerating. Sliding down a slope, that is decelerating. A bicycle sloping down, decelerating. A car descending the hill, decelerating. Mango falling, that is gravity. A plane flying, that is accelerated. And satellite orbiting the sun, that is also acceleration under centripetal force. So the answer is C. The C is gravity. Acceleration due to gravity is different from acceleration. So answer is C. Number 4, which of the following quantities is scalar? Displacement, impulse, momentum, they are all vector. Velocity is vector. So the answer is D, which is number 4 is D. Number 5, so when an object is immensely liquid, they experience weight loss. Yes, of course. When you put an object, a heavy object in water, when you lift it, it will become lighter. Why is it so? Because the surface tension of the water? No, that's not true. The mass decreases in water. Let me check option D. Option E. Option E is not there. Number 5. I think none of this one is the answer. So I can't see option E right now, but I will advise you go with it, which is E. And number 6, we have say the advantage of a gas thermometer over mercury in glass thermometer is that gas thermometer have the ability to measure high temperatures. That is one thing. Is it more accurate? Yeah, it's more accurate. Then to measure temperature is no. The answer is or are true. You can measure the temperature of a small volume in liquid. Yes, and it's very sensitive to temperature. The answer is 3 only, which is option C. Then number 7. So which of the device is used to detect and test electric charge? Is a gold-leaf electroscope. C. Which of the following example of a transverse wave except S3 are examples of transverse waves except we have transverse waves are also electromagnetic waves, but sound wave is longitudinal wave, which is C. Then let's go to number 9. Let's see number 9. Say a concave mirrors are used for shaving mirror. That is correct. For driving mirror, that is also correct. Reflector in telescope, that is also correct. So option E, that is number 9. Number 9 is E. Let's look at number 10. So the following are statement about force field. They are scalar. That is not true. They exist around the boundary. That is correct. They are presented by a line. That is correct. So I'm having 2 and 3. Option E. Then number 11, the shape of the edge is responsible for what? Number 11, elasticity, no, very far from the truth. Stability of an object, no. Variation in air gravitational pull, that is correct. Option C. Number 11 is C. I go to 12. Question 12. Say a galvanometer is used to measure voltage of a cell by connecting dash Yes, a voltage of a cell by connecting in series with high resistance. Connecting in series to a high resistance. That is correct. Kerosene rise up the wick of a lamp due to what? We're talking about surface tension, cohesion, and adhesion, which is option E. This is E, this is E, which is 13 and 12. Number 14, when an electron is completely removed from an atom, it becomes ionized. It becomes ionized. Option C. Okay. We have, if I say copper right now, minus 2 electron minus, that will give me copper 2 plus. So it becomes ionized. Option C. During electroplating, the material is deposited. During electroplating, material is deposited at the anode, yes, because it's a positive electron, which is A, and the anode. Let's check number 16. Which of the following statement below is not correct about a machine? It's a device that decreases the force, enable work to be done easily, reduce time spent exactly, require maintenance. For sure, all machines require maintenance. Usually too far, so the answer is A. 16 is A. Kanji dam is mainly used for what? Power generation. Everybody know that. In Nigeria, should know what Kanji dam is used for power generation. Then, which of the following is a component of a rocket? We have the nose cone, which is used to carry the payload. The nose cone is used for the payload, or the satellite can be. So the payload can be anybody. Can be crew, can be human crew, can be cargo, can be artificial satellites. So rocket and artificial satellite are used for what? For scientific research, of course. That's what they are used for scientific research. Now look at number 20. Number 20. Let's see what we have there. Number 20. Say a ball is thrown with an initial velocity u and attain the maximum range. Okay, so to get the time of flight. Time of flight is t equals to 2u sine theta over g. For a range to be maximal, this maximum range is u squared over g. The angle must be 45 degrees for you to obtain the maximum range. So if I substitute 45 in place in the time of flight, now what are we having? We're going to have C now will be 2u sine 45 over g. Sine 45 is root 2 over 2. So that 2, which is root 2 over 2, this 2 will cancel this 2, and we'll have T now to be root 2u over g. Root 2 is 1.414. So the answer is C. 20 is C. Then number 21, you see a simple pendulum is sent into complete vibration is complete and oscillates in time t. If the length of the pendulum increased by 4 factor, each original length will be what? Okay, we know that period is t over n, and we know that period is proportional to the square root of length. We did that in the theory. So let's see. So my time now is okay. My time now is Tn, and my T here will be K root L, for instance. Okay, so I'm having T over N equals to K root L. Let's call this equation 1. Then, you say if the length is increased by 4, what's the period of that time? So let's come in T1 over N equals to K square root of 4L. Increased by 4. Let's call this equation 2. So if I use 1 to divide 2, I'm having T over T1 equals to root L over 4L. L cancel L, I'm having 1 square root of 1 over 4, which is simply 1 over 2. So my T1 will give me 2T. So the answer is 2T. 21 is B. 21 is B. The answer is 2T. 21 is B. So let's look at 22. 22. So which of the following sets of energy resources is not renewable? So we have two types of energy. Energy are either renewable or not renewable. So what are not renewable? So I will go with coal, nuclear, and natural gas, which is option C. 22 is C. 23, which of the following factors will reduce when lower the boiling point? Okay, that should be pressure, because temperature, according to gas law, varies directly as the pressure. So as temperature have to do with heat. As temperature is reducing, pressure is also reducing, because they are directly proportional to each other. Then number 24, see how many wavelengths are there between this and this. So here we have one wave, here is one, here is, we have 2.5. We have a number of oscillation is we have 2 oscillation. From here to here is 1 oscillation, here to here is another oscillation, here is 2.5 oscillation. Then wavelength, from here to here is 1 wavelength, from here to here is another wavelength. So we go with 2 wavelengths. Go with 2 wavelengths. Let's see 25. Let's see 25. Say the following are electromagnetic waves, electromagnetic radiation, gamma, visible, and X-ray. Which of the following below are arranged in order of increasing wavelength? So we have example which is RI, VU, M, Ox, G. So here is increasing frequency, this side is increasing wavelength. So let's see, say increasing wavelength, you gave us gamma, increasing gamma will come first, followed by X-ray, followed by visible, which is option B. 25 is B. Then 26, so this is charge in magnetic flux. You know, we have F equals to Q VB sine theta. So expression for the charge, so my Q now will be what? Will be F over VB sine theta. Okay, we have F over VB sine theta, which is option A. 26 is A. So let's check 27. It says a similarity between a permanent magnet and electromagnet in operation is that the C27, like the A, are used for lifting heavy objects. That is true. You can use magnets. Electromagnet, that is not true. B, they are found in electric bell. Okay, you can find electromagnets and permanent magnet. No, we have force field around them. Yes, that is option C. 27 is C. Let's look at 28. Let's look at 28. Say in an resistor, inductor, capacitor circuit, the phase angle, you know, this is how it is. Here is my XL, here is my XC, here is our resistance. So from here to here, the change here is now the phase angle. So from here to here will be XL minus XC. If you are used to the concept of resolution of forces, that's what you get. So from here now, I can calculate the phase angle by using opposite adjacent. So I'm going to have tan phi equals to XL minus XC over R. So what are we looking for? So the expression for the resistance. So the resistance now will simply become XL minus XC over tan phi. Let's check XL over XC over tan phi, which is option D. Option D. So we've done resolution of forces before. If you want to know the concept, you can check it out in our channel. So let's see which of the following statements about the state of matter is not correct. It's not correct. Question 29 is not correct. Intermolecular forces in gases are very correct. The molecules of gases move faster, very correct. Molecules of liquid are closer than that of gas, very correct. Molecular of solid are arranged, very correct. Molecules of solid move in a straight line. Why do no? Answer is E. 29 is E. 30. See, as the temperature of oil increases and grease increases, their viscosity will do what? Viscosity, by definition, is the resistance offered by a liquid to flow. So, as the temperature increases, the viscosity will decrease. They will not have the ability to resist anymore. They will decrease, which is option A. Option A. So let's check 31. Now look at 31. 31. Question says the pressure of a gas cylinder. The pressure of a gas cylinder are equally in all direction, can be measured, there's no need to read further. The answer is A. 31 is A. We have that is a Pascal law of pressure. Pressure at one point is equal in all direction. 32. 32. If you are not subscribed, please do so. Like and share. So when light falls on a metal, when electron can be emitted, that is correct. Velocity of the emitted light depends on the intensity. No, the answer is 1 and 3, which is C. Is C. 32 is C. It's 1 and 3. Okay. So 33, we have the concept of Hembring's uncertainty principles. Hembring's uncertainty principle. That's what we have in number 33. It says that the T is greater than or equal to H over delta E. That's what Hembring said, which is option D. Option D. Let's see 34. Say the equivalence of the iris and retina in the camera respectively are what? The equivalent of the iris and the retina. Which retina image is from the iris? So it's for the diaphragm and the fin. Diaphragm and the fin. Option C. That's 34. You say a simple DC generator is converted to an AC motor by, let's check option A, by connecting a battery to it, by connecting a load to it, no, by increasing the magnetic field strength, by replacing a split ring with a split ring, by rotating the armature. So I will go with option C. 35 is C. I will go with option C. 36, this is transformer. So we have that E is equals to N the phi over the T. So we have EP over EX equals to NP over NX equals to IX over IP. That is mathematical expression. So we have ES over EP, no. EP over ES, NP over no. We have ES over EP, NS over IP, so which is option E. 36 is E. If you invert it, that is what you're going to get. 36 is E. 36 is E. So I go to 37 and see So which of the following are correct about the human eye and the camera except they are what? Like check what 27 is. And I like to pass through them through. Focus ray of light, no, can never. 37b. Okay. Then let's check 38. It's an object move with a speed of this from 1 minute. Calculate the distance. We know that speed, which also velocity, is distance over time. Distance now is now vt, which is 150 times 60. 1 minute is 60 seconds. So multiply 150 by 60, that will give us 900. 38 is E. 39, you say you can't move moving at this, decelerate at this, in this. Calculate the final velocity. We know that v is equals to u plus at. But this time is decelerating, so which is the negative acceleration. V is now what? 10. 7 plus, I'm now having minus 5 times 1.34. So if I multiply 5 times 1.34 minus 10, I'm going to have, what am I having then? 3.3. I'm sure 29 is A. Then 40. So uniform rod of mass, this is pivoted at A. The rod is kept in equilibrium by a rope of tension. This is making an angle of 30 degrees to the rod. If the rope is attached to the rod at a point of 2 meters from the pivot, calculate the length of the rod. So let's see. Let's assume this is the rod now. Let me call it AB. Okay, so it's pivoted at A. There's a pivot here at A, and the mass of this rod will be at the center, which is 200 Newton. I'll convert to Newton. Then say it's placed at, they say by a rope 2 meters from the pivot. So let's say from here to here is 2 meters now. You have a rope inclined at 30 degrees. There's a force on it, 1000 Newton. Okay, so we're asked to calculate the mass of the length of the rod. So from here to the center now, which where the width of the rod, we let's call it S, meaning here is also X. Let's call it X meter. Here is also S meter. So with that, I can take moment at point A. Before then, I have to resolve this force first. But do the vertical and the horizontal. If I resolve, I'm having 1000 sine 30. If I resolve here, I'm having 1000 cos 30. So if I take moment at A, here this will also come here. So it's clockwise, it's anti-clockwise. I'm having 200 times S as the clockwise is equals to the anti-clockwise now. 1000 sine 30 times 2. So 1000 sine 30 times 2 will also give us 1000. So my S is simply 1000 divided by 200. That will give us 5 meter. So here is 5 meter. Here is also 5 meter. So what is now the length of the rod? Is 10 meter. This is an interesting question. Number 40, very interesting, is E. Let's check 41. Check 41. You say a ball of mass is 4 from a height. So it is a ball. Say 4 from a height now. Let's say the height is 120 meter. This is the floor. Say if the potential energy after falling is this, after falling through a distance x, so if fall through a distance of x meter. So the potential energy generated there is 3.5. Neglecting air resistance, calculate x. So we know that PE is equals to mgh. So the h now is now 3.5 times 1000. I'm converting into joules. The mass is 5. The gravity is 10. So what are we having? 3.5 times 1000. That will give me times 1000. That is 3500 divided by 50. That will give me 70. It falls for 70 meters. Okay, so calculate x. X is 70 meters, which is option D. 41 is D. Option D. 41 is D. Then let's check 40. Let's check 42. Say machine has the velocity ratio of this. Use the load of the 2 and effort of this. So I can get my mechanical advantage. Mechanical advantage is load over effort, which is 2000 divided by 500. So I'm having 4 as mechanical advantage. And we know the efficiency is mechanical advantage, which is 4. Velocity ratio is 5 times 100 over 1. So that will give me 20. That's 80%. 42 is E. So let's check 43. You say body of mass X, the body X of mass this, moving with the velocity of this, collide with another body of this, moving in opposite direction. We've done similar question in the theory. So if the two bodies stick together, that means it's an inelastic collision. Calculate the velocity of Y. So I'm going to have 2 times moment times 20 minus 3 times Y is equals to 3 plus 2 times 6. Here is now 40 minus 3Y equals to 30. So 3Y will give me 10. So Y is now 3.3, which is option E. 43 is also E. 44, we have, say this is linear expansivity. A metal rod of length this at this was heated to this. So my change in temperature now will simply be 30 minus 20. That will give us 10. So calculate the loop length. L2 is L1 into 1 plus alpha change in temperature. So if I fix in, I'm having L2 now, 2.01 into 1 plus 1.7 times 10 minus 5 times 10. So let me multiply from here and add to 1, then times by 2.01. I'm going to have, from a calculator, I'm going to have 2.0103. It's option C. 44 is C. Then 45. Let's see what we have here. So calculate the quantity of heat required to change 10 kilogram of ice at 0 to water at 20. Okay, so you can draw the diagram if you choose to 0, then at 20. Okay, here is liquid, here is solid phase. So here is Q1, here is Q2. So my Q now is simply Q1 plus Q2. So what's my Q1? My Q1 now will be, let me erase so we have space. My Q1 will be mass of ice, specific capacity, latent heat of mass of ice, specific capacity of ice, theta 2 minus theta 1. So what are we having there? 3 times specific capacity of ice is what? It's specific latent heat is let me say 4200 brackets 20 plus we have 3 times 3.36 times 10 raised to the power 5. So if I simplify this and add, I'm going to have for my calculator here, I'm having D 1.26 times 10 raised to the power 6. I'm having D. Let's check question 46. Say pressure of a mass of gas is this, when the volume is this. Calculate the pressure when the volume is this. We have this Boyle's law, we have P1V1 equals to P2V2. So my P2 will be 760 times 8 divided by 10. 0 cancel 0. So what is 76 times of 10? My calculator here is going to give me, times of 8 I mean, going to give me 608. So 46 is C. You see, a ray of light is incidental on a plane mirror. So let's say this is our plane mirror. A ray of light incidental at it. This is incident ray. Let's go I at an angle of 20 degrees. So if the ray turn through an angle of 5 degrees towards the normal, okay, you rotate. Here is 20, 15. Here will be 15. So I'm having a 15, which is A. Let's see question 48. It said the image of an object 10 centimeters in front of a converging mirror form at a distance of it behind the lens. If the object is 30 meters high, calculate the height of the image. We have a magnification. M is image height over object height equals to image distance over the object distance. So what is the height of the image? So HI over 15 is equals to object height. This is 10 over 30. Okay, no, this is 15. Here is 10. You cancel. Here is 30. Here is 10. You cancel 0. 15 times 3. The answer is 45. 48 is D. Let me erase. So what are we having here? 48 is D. So we know that V is proportional to the square root of temperature under sound wave. Okay, so I'm going to have V1 over V2 equals to root T1 over root T2. So let's find the temperature, which is our T2 now. So I'm having root T2 equals to V2 root T1 over V1. So I'll convert the temperatures to Kelvin. So I'm going to have 355 times the square root of 303 divided by 349. So if I root T2 now, will give me, if I multiply 273 plus 35, that's 303 times the root of that, root of 303 times 355 divided by 349. That will give me 17.7. So if I should square it, 17.7. So my T2 now, which is 17.7 all squared. What are we having? If I should square that, I'm going to have 313.5. 313.5. But the answer is not 313 because that 313 we got is in Kelvin. So if I convert it to Celsius, I have to subtract it from 273. That will give me 40.3, which is option C. So I have to be very careful of SI units. So 49 is C. So let's check number 50. Say a tuning fork is held by a resonant tube at one close end. So we are talking about close pipe here. And the second resonance is this. Calculate if V. We know that V equals to F lambda, and lambda is what? It's 4L. So my V is simply 4FL. So they gave us the resonance 16 and 20. Convert to meter. So I'm having 0.4 times 430 times 4. So we are going to have a 344. 344. Okay, which is D. 50 is D. Number 51. You see a man standing this from a wheel cloud. This is under echo. This under echo. We know that V equals to 2x over t. So my t now is 2x over V, which is 2 times 495 divided by 330. So my t is what? Let me multiply and divide. 2 times 495 divided by 330. That will give me in 3 seconds. Option E. 51 is E. So let's go to, okay, 50. I can't find the others. Let's have 58 to 60. It's an electron in the ray tube how accelerated with same potential kinetic energy determine these. Why determine these? We know that KE is equals to EV. So my V now is 1.1 times 10 minus 10 over 1.6 times 10 minus 19. So if I should divide my 58, it will give me option A. 58 is A. 59, it says the length of the square of the land is this. So let's get the area of the land. The area now is simply 300 square. What are we having? If I square 300 square, that will give me 90,000 meters square. And they gave us 1 acre is this meter square. So 1 meter square is simply what? So I'll divide that 90,000 by 4047 and give me 22.24. 22.24, which is option E, 59. So let's see what 60 have for us. Let's see what 60 have for us. So it's an astronomical telescope in normal adjustment has a magnifying power of this. So my M is 12. It said if the focal length of the object is determine the focal length of the eyepiece. So we have M equals to MO ME. So my ME is now 120 divided by 12. That will give me 10 centimeter. So it said the distance between the two lenses. So my L is what? FO plus FE. So 10 plus 120, that will give us 1000. So answer is 10, 130. 60 is C. If you have not subscribed, do so for chemistry, further maths and technical drawing. See you in our next videos. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.